Hello, good evening, guys. Happy Thursday. Right, this is our May week one. You are outside now. What do you mean? You are listening to my class while you're outside? Wow, you can do that? Wow, multitasking, very good. Hi Kaijun. Hi Shijen, how are you? Hi Rui. Hi Arun. So where are you? Last time I had a student who done the same thing. Oh, sir, I'm in the mall right now. Oh, what do you mean you're at a mall? Oh, she's like apparently having dinner while listening to my class. I am glad that I can be an entertainment of your of yours while you're doing whatever. Hi, Melissa, how are you? Wow, I haven't seen you in a while. How are you? Hi, Chining. My wife say you're very cheeky in her class yesterday, leh. Great, huh? Okay, good. Okay. Hi, how are you? So, guys, we are into chapter 3.4. This is the last part of chapter 3. I know I said I finished chapter 3 last week, but there's still a itty bitty tiny part that I want to finish before we move on to chapter 4 today, right? I really hate to go through this, but hey, we got no choice. We still have to do it, right? So any of you here from Honey's class? I believe that these few days there are some students from Honey's class, right? Because he wasn't around. Okay, and any of you here is your first time here? Any of you here first time here? Oh, Johannes, you're from Honey's class. Oh, okay, I see. Jerwin, are you a new student or are you from Honey's class? Are you a new student? Right? Oh, you're from Honey's class. I see. So, where is his progression currently? Because my speed and his speed is a little bit different. I have finished chapter 3.3. Okay, so we are in 3.4 right now. Okay, so I hope it's not too far away lah, huh? Okay, so guys, 3.4 3.4 okay, wait, we have like some people in the waiting room. Just a moment. Yes, Ken Loon, hello. We are in 3.4. So shall we begin? Shall we begin? So yes, Isaac, hello, how are you? So if you're from Honey's class, our progression will be a bit different. So you try to make do lah. Plants so boring. Yes, exactly. I agree. You finish your exam, what the hell? Why is it now? Okay, cool. Wow. You have on one hand, you have exam this early, and on the other hand, you have like SMKKK who is having their first exam in August. Like, dude, your exam is next week, right? I would figure so. I would figure so. Right, so guys, 3.4, 3.4, transport system in plants. Guys, I will try my very best to finish this as soon as I can because this shit is freaking boring. Right, so guys, you know that we humans have a heart, right? Okay, the function of our heart is to pump blood around. This is our transport. But you see, plants, they have this problem because plants, they have no heart. Plants, they have no heart. Like literally, they have no heart. So what's going to happen is, you see, the water cannot move. Their water cannot move. So how do they solve the problem? They do this by using the sun. That means if a plant is exposed to the sun, what is going to happen? They will evaporate water. Okay, and when plant loses water, we don't call it evaporation. Yes, it is evaporation, but we don't call it evaporation. Instead, we call it a fancy name. We call it transpiration. Okay, so this is our main focus of the day, transpiration. In BM, this is no different. It's transpirasi. Sama je. Okay, and in Mandarin, we call it 蒸腾, as in 蒸发, evaporation. Then we have 蒸腾, 沸腾的腾. This is your transpiration. right? So you see, plants, they are actually very smart. They have no heart, right? They cannot pump their water around, right? So what they do instead is, they will lose water from the leaf. Okay, water will evaporate from the leaf. So what's gonna happen? The leaves will be dry, isn't it? The leaves will be dry, isn't it? So what now? What now? The leaf is dry, man. So they have to get water from somewhere. So where do the leaves get their water? They get it from the stem. Okay, they get it from the stem. And where does the stem get the water from? They get it from the root. And where does the root get the water from? They get it from the soil. So can you see this is like a chain of water? It's like sucking straw. It's like a chain of water moving up a plant. As long as you have sunlight, as long as water evaporates, water will be pulled all the way from the soil to the leaf. So smart, isn't it? So smart, isn't it? So this is like a plant's heart. They have no heart to pump their blood, no problem. They just use the sun as the heart, right? And guys, again, we don't call it evaporation. Yes, this is the loss of water in the form of water vapor, okay? By evaporation, yes, this is evaporation, but we don't call it evaporation. We call it transpiration. Just a, very fancy name. Same as evaporation lah. Okay, same as you drying your clothes is the same thing. What's the purpose of transpiration? Okay, this is to transport water around, to push water up a plant since they have no heart. Okay, you get what I mean? This is to push water up a plant. So how does it happen? Who controls transpiration? It is this hole here. Do you know there are holes at the bottom of every leaf? And what are those holes called? You learned this in chapter 1. Yes, very good. That's your stoma. Remember your stoma? So stoma, they will open during daytime to allow water to go out. At nighttime, they will close. So you can say that transpiration will only happen during daytime. At night, they will stop. Okay. Oh yeah, sure. Kenlun, are you from Honey's class? Are you from Honey's class? Yeah, sure. Okay, are you from Honey's class? Any else of you here from Honey's class? So welcome to you. Okay, so anyway, so this is your transpiration. This is your transpiration. Guys, you see, transpiration is not just good for the plant, it's good for us as well. You know why? You know why? Because when you have so much water loss, guys, a fun fact, plants will lose 90% of the water they absorb. You might say, sir, isn't it very retarded? What, they want to do something that they lose 90%? This is purposefully done. They lose 90% of the water so that the surrounding gets wet, gets humid. When the surrounding is humid, temperature drops. So in a way, this is like nature's air conditioner plus humidifier. So smart, right? They make surrounding wet and they make surrounding cold. Not as in cold lah, as in colder. Better than nothing lor. So if you have a tree, if you have trees around you, you will feel cooler. No lah, humid is because you know those mama fan that they spray water one. It's exactly like that lah. Humid should be colder. I mean, if it's without the water, it will be even hotter. Am I right? So you see, so transpiration is not just good for the plant, it's good for us as well. Okay, guys, are you following? Are you following? Are you following? Yes, Shijian, are you following? Rui, Jining, you guys okay? I know, guys, boring shit, I know. I hate it too. I hate it too. That's why I always warn my student. I always warn my student. Okay, cool. Okay, so I always warn my student because I used to teach biology. I used to teach biology, right? I mean, in Kota Kemuning branch, I used to handle biology. I always tell my student, if you want to take biology next time, okay, please beware, because in Form 4, you'll be learning all about animals and humans, which is very interesting. And when Form 5 comes, you will freaking hate yourself because Form 5 is you learn plant for the whole freaking year. Okay, you will bloody hate yourself, right? So, okay, it's bad enough that you do it for 20 minutes. Now you have to do it for a year. Yay! Right? All my students freaking hate it. Even I hate it. Plant so important, man. I don't know. Apparently it is. Right. So anyway, so this is your stoma. Guys, do take note. Stoma is the hole. The beside is what we call. What is the thing that controls the stoma? What is the thing called? What is the thing called? It's a cell that guards the hole. Yes, very good. That would be your guard cell. Okay, your cell pengawal. Just like your guard house lah. Guard house will control your house opening. Guard cell will control the leaf opening. Okay, easy peasy, right? So that's pretty much it. Nothing much to say here. Okay, what is glutation? This is like a special feature. You see, transpiration happens at daytime, right? Glutation happens at night. Not every plant will do this. Only some plants will do this, and you will see them losing water at the edge of the leaf. This is not morning dew. Morning dew is on the leaf, right? Glutation is at the side of the leaf, right? Don't pay attention here. You can just read this for fun. I don't care, right? Plant is already boring enough. Right, guys, rate of transpiration. This part is quite important. 5 factors. Guys, you remember last year when you learned evaporation, there are 4 factors to evaporation. How do you dry your clothes faster? You make your surrounding hotter. You must have wind. You must have low humidity. You must have large surface area. Okay, no calculation one. Okay, the 4 factors, remember? So it's the same thing. How do you make plants dry water faster? You increase the number of stoma, you see? Surface area law. Temperature, you make the temperature hotter. Light intensity, this is extra. Okay, you have light, they will do photosynthesis, they open, they will, do transpiration. Movement of air, when they have wind, they will evaporate faster. Air humidity, when the air is very humid, humidity is very high, then the surrounding, the transpiration will be very low. Right? You don't need me to explain this to you. This is what you learned last year, right? I'm just gonna go through this. Okay, so the experiment is pretty much the same thing, right? You put one plant in a cold room, one plant in a hot room. Which plant will have higher transpiration? You know that. Okay, you put one plant in the dark, one plant at a bright place, which will have higher transpiration. Okay, one you put fan, you use wind, one you don't use wind, which has higher transpiration. One you put anhydrous calcium chloride. You know what is this thing? This is your drying agent, sort of like your silica gel. So inside here will be very dry. Here will be very humid, which has higher transpiration. You figure out yourself lah. Okay, you guys, okay easy stuff There's no technical stuff here to memorize. It's just transpiration. And the last part of this chapter is this. Right, guys, remember we have 3 types of vessels. We have artery, which is exiting the heart. We have vein going to the heart. We have capillary, which is between artery and vein, right? Plants, they have 2 types too. Plants also have 2 types. They call them the xylem and the phloem. Function, xylem is to carry water and mineral salt. Okay, and phloem is to carry sucrose. What is sucrose? Sucrose is like your sugar cane sugar. You know your sugar? Sugar is sucrose, right? It's the complicated version of glucose. Glucose is not very sweet. Sucrose is freaking sweet. You know the sugar in your fruits? When you eat fruits, it tastes sweet, right? That's the sucrose, right? So xylem will transport water and mineral salt because salt and water is together, and phloem is to transport sucrose. And you need to know where your xylem is. Xylem, guys, remember, xylem is always on the inside. That means if you chop your stem into half, you'll see xylem at the blue place here. Xylem is on the inside. Phloem is outside. If you chop your root into half, same thing. Xylem inside, phloem outside. If you cut your leaf into half, you will see xylem on the inside, which is up there. Okay, inside is up. Phloem is at the bottom. Phloem is down. It's on the outside. Because stoma is here, man, at the bottom, man. So bottom is outside, lor. Up is inside. Okay, cool, man. Cool, man. You just need to know where the xylem and the phloem is and what's their function. That's all. Right? And these two experiments, I'll just, roughly go through this lah. How do we prove xylem exists? How do we prove xylem exists? We just take any plant, we soak it into this red water. After a few hours, when you cut them open, the plant, the part that is stained red, that would be the xylem. Right? Celery, the plant called, the veggie called celery. You can do the same thing. You can put this celery into this red color water. You see the red color part? Is it red color part? That is the xylem. The red color part, cause they absorb water ma. Cause they absorb the red color water ma. So that will be red long. Okay. So pretty much it. So how do we prove phloem then? Sir, we prove xylem, right? How can we prove phloem? Phloem is a bit complicated. The worst vegetable to eat. Yummy. If you cook it, should be okay, what? Right? I don't know lah. I used to hate celery, but if you cook it the right way, it should be okay. You know what's the worst? Ginger is the worst. Ginger is the absolute worst. Right? I mean, I despise ginger with a burning passion. Right? Okay for you, huh? Yeah, you see, ginger is worse. Hey, they say, my mom used to tell me lah, oh, after you give birth, according to Chinese lah, to chase the wind away so that you stay healthy, you have to eat 1 whole month of ginger. Wow, I'm lucky I'm not a woman. If I give birth, I want to eat ginger for 1 year, for 1 month, okay? If you force me to eat ginger for 1 month, I will eat my baby out. Okay, I will eat that little girl out. No joke. I don't know lah, raw or cooked ginger, whatever lah. Is it any different? Okay, so not my thing. Okay, so how do you prove phloem exists, guys? You just cut the ring on a tree. You just cut away the ring. This is how you cut the phloem away. Right? So what's going to happen? Few weeks later, you'll see something funny. The top part of the tree bark will be swollen because all the sucrose will be stuck here, and the bottom part will just kind of shrink because it will wilt. Because the sugar cannot go bottom, so all the bottom part of the plant will die. Right? So guys, do you have a tree? Do you hate your neighbor? Right? If your neighbor has a freaking tree, he just refused to cut, do this to him. Right? There's no need to be uncivilized and chop his tree. First you chop his tree, or later he report police, you also die. Later the tree fall onto your car, you also die. Right? Let's be civilized. We just cut away one part of the bark. Right? We cut away the phloem. Sugar cannot reach the bottom. The plant will slowly die. Right? You let your neighbor slowly see his favorite tree die. Best shit ever. Right? No, I haven't done it before, I swear. Right? So if your neighbor says, oh, what happened to my plant? Why is it dying? I guess karma is a bitch, huh? I have this stupid neighbor. He has this big freaking tree. Do you know tree is a hazard? Okay, I mean, sure, tree gives us oxygen, okay? Credit where it's due. But it's a freaking hazard, okay? Oh, you don't know tree is very good for us. Yeah, but when thunderstorm comes down, when the tree comes falling, if it's on your car, not so good now, isn't it? Okay, so repeatedly I told him, please, mister, can you please, I'm not asking you to cut your tree. Can you please trim it at least? right? You trim your hair, do you? But you sure do must trim your tree, right? It looks freaking disgusting. So then he was like, oh, this is my Chinese lah. They say, oh, this is my fat choy tree. This is my prosperity tree. You cut away already, oh, I got no money, man. Ayyo, so Chinese. This is why I hate humans, right? I won't curse that he died lah. Okay, it's bad karma for me. I would just say, I hope you step on a Lego, okay, or something like, I wish that you get explosive diarrhea during a traffic jam. Okay, I very good one. I won't curse you die one because I get bad karma. Don't want. Okay, so do you have a very pesky neighbor you want to get on his nerves? Do this. You did not hear this from me. Okay, so that's it for our chapter 3. I always teach you all the stupid bad stuff, isn't it? Right? I don't know lah. I just worship chaos. Okay. Do it on your own, do it at your own risk, huh? You don't later come, oh, the science teacher teach me. I have no knowledge of such thing. Right. Anyway, so let's go to exercise, shall we? Let's do some exercise now. We just jump around. Okay. Because I want to go to mineral today. Oh, let's talk about mineral later. Mineral is really interesting, okay? Because I really want to get this done. Right. So let's go to question 13, shall we? Let's go to 13. So what is meant by transpiration? What is meant by transpiration? So transpiration is a process of water loss in the form of water vapor through the stomach. Wow, that's a freaking long answer. So it's a process kehilangan air dalam bentuk uap air melalui stomach. Oof, long answer. You want to say evaporation also can. I mean, the point is water loss. Okay, or you want to say evaporation, it's fine by me. Okay, anyway, moving on. Do slow me down if you cannot follow, guys. I'll just assume you understand, because there's nothing not to understand here. So, B, name the structure involved during transpiration. Okay, so who controls transpiration, guys? Who controls transpiration? And the previous, I already say what? Okay, through your stomach. Okay, stomach. Stomach can look not gut cell, not gut cell, because gut cell will control the stomach. The main thing is still the hole. Okay, the main thing is still the hole. Right? C, I'm gonna skip because I'll explain it later. How do they control opening and closing of stomach? I will explain it later. So what is X and Y? I've done this last chapter already. In fact, X is your gut cell. Y is your stomach. Okay, please write this yourself. From which layer of the leaf can it be taken? Where do you find stoma? At the bottom, isn't it? What is that called? What is that called? It's called the lower. How do you say skin? We don't use the word skin. Skin is very unscientific. We say, yes, very good. Epidermis. Wow, good job, guys. Right, so this is your epidermis bawah, I think. Right? Please don't use the word skin. Skin is very childish, right? It's very unscientific. So what is the function of X? X is to control Y. So X is to control opening or closing of Y or stomach. Untuk mengawal pembukaan atau penutupan Y or stomach. What about Y then? What's the function of the hole? You see, gut cell is to control the hole. What about the hole? The hole is to allow, guys, what is this process called? Oh my God, I've done this so goddamn many times already. What is this? What is this? I have been doing this since chapter 2, right? So this is called your gaseous exchange. Sir, the hole is only for gaseous exchange, man. Cannot be transpiration, man. Can. You can say gaseous exchange. You can say transpiration. I will accept both answer. Okay, untuk pertukaran gas. Oh my God, I'm so sick of this word, I swear. Right. Moving on. Okay, you can say gaseous exchange or transpiration. So moving on. Shijian, are you there? Shijian, are you there? Why are you so quiet today? Hello, you there or not? Don't fall asleep, Yes, okay, good. I swear to God, I don't know, is it because of the weather or I don't know what. My student this week has been really unresponsive. Your mouse is change your mouse lah. Mouse is not very expensive. Right, so number 14. So, as I said just now, how do we control opening and closing? Right, so opening, how do we open? Right, so guys, daytime, during the day, gut cell will absorb water. Menyerap air. So they will suck water. They will suck water. So the cell will become very full. The cell will be very full. So when they are full, they will curve. Right? So true, we skip this because this answer is actually osmosis. You don't learn this. Thus the gut cell becomes turgid. We call it segah. Turgid means very full, and it will curve outward. Okay, melengkung keluar. That means they'll go like that. Okay, they will curve outward. Whereas during nighttime, the gut cell will lose water, hilang air, and the cell becomes the opposite of turgid. We call it flaccid. Okay, flaccid. We call it how do you say flaccid? The opposite of segar is called mengendo. I'm just guessing here, mengendo. Okay, so if you have a very soft D, it's called a flaccid D. Hey guys, I shit you not, it's actually called that. Okay, a flaccid penis, right? So yeah, it's called that. I mean, in a scientific word, the penis in its unaroused form is flaccid. Okay, you can flop it around. What the hell? Okay, so and it will straighten. Okay, I'm sorry, okay, straighten. Okay, akan melurus. So they will straighten lah. I mean, put it in a way, your D is sort of like a plant. It's like a cucumber, I guess, or an eggplant. I don't know. I hope yours is not an okra lah. That would be really sad. You know what's an okra? I hope I hope yours is not a chili padi. That would be really sad, right? Because you have a small PP. Right, so B. Stage 3 environmental factors that affect rate of transpiration. So you just do it yourself lah. What are the 3 factors? So many here: humidity, temperature, air movement. So you have fun with this. Okay, I don't care. Right, so moving on. Okay, moving on. I'm just gonna do a few lah. Okay, this one, all this you can do yourself. Guys, I'm not gonna do all I'm not gonna do all I will put the answer into Google Classroom at the end of this week. You can go and check the answer yourself. Right? If you are lazy to do, I don't mind. Check the answer straight, get the answer straight, and read it yourself. That would be fine too. Because ain't nobody got time for plants. Wow, I sound like I really hate plants, because I really do. So label xylem and phloem, question 16. Xylem is always on the inside, as I said. Phloem is always on the outside, as I said. Okay. Function of xylem. What does it transport? Your xylem will transport water, and mineral salt. Okay, untuk mengangkut air dan garam mineral. Okay, and phloem will transport sucrose. Okay, sucrosa. So technically speaking, if you poke a straw into xylem, you can suck water out. If you poke a straw into phloem, you can suck a sweet liquid out. That will be your sucrose. So that's the difference. Okay, cool? Cool? I think that's it. Okay, that's it. Which is the part that is stained red. That will be your xylem at the top here. Xylem on the inside. Xylem on the inside. Remember, xylem is always on the inside. Always. Okay, so you guys have any question? Is it possible to get you get diabetes from sucrose, Zhen? You get diabetes from sucrose, right? Sucrose is the one that makes you diabetes. I mean, if you drink sugar every day, of course you get diabetes. So how then? Might I suggest you drink something called sucralose? This one has no sugar. This one is fine. You know what is your sucralose? You know what is sucralose? This is your fake sugar lah. This is your fake sugar. You know Coke Zero? You know Pepsi Zero? All the zero stuff, they put this kind of sugar. It tastes sweet as hell, but you can't absorb this thing. No sugar, no problem. Yeah, sugar is sucrose. Because our sugar is from sugarcane, right? So all the sugar you drink is sucrose. Why drink that, right? Just drink your fake sugar. This sugar substitute, you'll be fine. Right? Hi, Chloe, how are you? What's wrong with your internet? What's the difference? This is human made. This is like a human engineered sugar that you cannot absorb, which is a very smart way if you want to drink something sweet but you don't want the calories. Is there any side effect? Oh, John using computer. Okay, I see. Oh, you're home, huh? Is there any side effect? Not really. Not really. Okay, many people they say, oh, sir, but I heard this kind of fake sugar will cause cancer. Yes, if you drink in huge amount. How huge, How huge, As in you drink 50 Coke Zero per day. If you drink 50 Coke Zero, cancer is the least I would worry. I would worry about your wallet. Who the hell drinks 50 Coke Zero? Right? So my guys, if you want soft drink, just drink zero. It will be fine. No sugar, no problem. Who likes Coke Zero? Who doesn't like Coke Zero? Guys, Coke Zero tastes, I don't know about you, it tastes the same. Right? Hey, even if you drink normal Coke, it's already half fake sugar. Because our government is trying to make us healthy. They replace half of the sugar with fake sugar. Yeah, it's totally the same. Have you drank 7-Up Zero? Have you tried Pepsi Zero? Have you tried 100 Plus Zero? They all taste the same as the real thing. So why drink the sugar? You want to potong kaki, is it? Oh, you don't like fizzy drinks? Oh, okay, that's sad. You know Vida. Vida is like my favorite soft drink. Okay, anyway, so that's it for our plants. That's it for our plants. You guys have any question? You guys have any question? If there is no question, let's go to something interesting. Okay, guys, today I want to talk about minerals. Okay, I want to talk about minerals. Right, guys, minerals. Oh, this is really interesting stuff. Okay, I really like this chapter. Okay, guys, basically, this wrapped up. Yeah, I did, because none of you are interested in plants. Okay, guys, this chapter is basically Minecraft. Okay, I mean, I don't play Minecraft, but my students have been non-stop about Minecraft that even I know some of it. Right, I'm sure you have seen this thing in Minecraft. Iron ore, right? When you put your iron ore into this thing called a furnace, you'll be doing something called smelting, right? And this is how you get pure iron and iron ingot. Wow, shit, Minecraft, isn't it? Isn't it? Every time I talk about this chapter, every time I talk about all these things, wow, my students all orgasm. Oh my God, sir, Minecraft shit, man. Like, chill lah. Chill, man, chill. I know it's Minecraft, okay? I know you're very excited. So this is basically Minecraft, right? I mean, in fact, I should thank Minecraft lah. Last time when I taught this chapter, all my students, they just look very disinterested and say, sir, I should care about this. Why? Now you do. You see, oh my God, sir, Minecraft. Wow, you see, suddenly everything changed. So I should be thankful, I guess. All right, so guys, what is a mineral? Look like meat, man. Oh yeah, it does. It looks like minced pork, huh? Wow, shit, now you mention it, I cannot unsee this. Right, so guys, to be a mineral, you need to have two criteria. Okay, number one, it needs to be a solid. There's no liquid mineral, okay? It needs to be a solid and it needs to present naturally. Right? Two criteria. So guys, let me ask you, is diamond a mineral? Is diamond a mineral? Then you have to ask yourself, is diamond a solid? Yes, it is. Is diamond natural? Yes, it is. So is it a mineral? Yes, it is. A diamond is a very hard mineral. Not rare, not rare. Guys, contrary to popular belief, diamond is actually not very rare. And diamond is not supposed to be expensive, but it's monopolized by a company. That's why it's expensive. Right? How about coal? I would say coal is, yeah, it's a mineral too. Because it's solid and it present naturally. Okay, so guys, don't get your girl a diamond lah. I mean, as a girl yourself, please don't ask for a diamond. A diamond is a really useless piece of stone, right? It causes so damn expensive for nothing. Yeah, yes, you just need pressure. How about netherite? I know someone will ask this question, but guys, there's no such thing called netherite. It's what that's in a game. That's in the game, right? There's no netherite in the real world. Okay. Yeah, but MC says so, but we are not in MC, isn't it? Right. Anyway, should just give. Wow, Rui, you're so don't be so materialistic that way. Okay. I don't play Minecraft too. Okay, so I can't relate. Okay, anyway, so natural element, they exist in the form of element and compound. Mineral exists as element and compound. I'm sure you learned this in Form 1. Element and compound. What is an element? Element is unsur. That means they are alone themselves, right? They don't react with anything. Like gold is an element, right? But compound, sebatian, means they combine with something in a chemical way. They are chemically, bonded to something. Okay, for example, what is aluminium ore? Okay, can you see the word ore? What does it mean by ore? Ore means this is impure. Impure. Okay, what does it mean? Let's say this stone, we call it aluminium ore. Okay, but in science, we don't call it aluminium ore, we call it aluminium oxide. Why is it aluminium oxide? Because this aluminium already combined with oxygen, so it's not pure anymore. It is a compound. You guys get what I mean? You guys get what I mean? Aluminium, oxygen, get married, aluminium oxide. So they are not pure aluminium, right? So you might say, sir, why got two types one? Why some they are in element? Why some they are in compound? Because these elements they are like this because they are very stable. Yeah, looks like a raw meat ball now you mention it, right? Why your house blackout? Change meter. Change meter. Yes, the same aluminium they use for the 4 years. So these are very stable, and aluminium is not very stable. Aluminium is not very stable. That's why they get married to oxygen. Right, guys, this one, I will explain this next week because, okay, I'll just let you in for a sneak peek. Imagine oxygen is a very hot gal. Oxygen is a very hot gal. So she would want to marry a guy, okay? And these are the list of guys. I call this the Leng Zai chart, the good looking chart. Why do I say so? Why do I say so? Because you see, The taller a guy is, the more reactive it is, the more lengthai it is, the more good looking it is. And the more good looking it is, the less stable it is. Right? So in this case, potassium is like a 190 cm guy. Would you marry him? Or would you marry gold, which is like 150 cm? Girls, you don't lie to me lah, huh? Would you marry a guy that is 150 cm? Yes, potassium is in Podana, yes. Right? Would you marry a girl that is 150 cm? No, you wouldn't. Right? I mean, stop lying to me. Oh, sir, I'm not that shallow. Okay? So no. Right? So you wouldn't want to marry this guy, but you would gladly marry this guy. Oh my God, yes. Right? So the taller the guy is, the less stable it is. That's why you see aluminium. Aluminium is like number 5 good looking. So is it good? Yes. So as an oxygen, you want to marry aluminium. That's why aluminium is very unstable until they react with the oxygen. Okay? Can whereas gold is like a freaking ugly guy. He's like 150. Okay. The girls will say, ew, I don't want to marry him. Okay, he's 150. So that's why gold is very stable. No oxygen will want to marry him. That's why, guys, that's why if you take a piece of gold, you bury it into the ground, you put it into the ground for 5,000 years. 5,000 years later, when you take out the gold, it will still look the same. Right? Because it is very stable. Never mind this fella very short, but he very rich. You know how expensive gold is? Guys, you know how expensive gold is? 1 gram of gold, 1 gram of gold, now I'm sure the price is higher already. The last time I checked, it was like 300 bucks for a gram. You know how little is a gram? Do you dig your nose? If you dig your nose, right, sometimes you get a slightly bigger size booger. That is 1 gram. That booger size gold is 300 bucks. So if your dad says, he's going to give you a 1 kg gold when he passed away, you will inherit that 1 kg gold. How much is this? How much is this? 1 kg is how many gram? That would be easily 300,000. Guys, a 1 kg gold is not very big size. It's like it can fit onto your palm. Right? It's like a small piece of gold on your palm. That's 1 kg. That's 300 freaking thousand. Right? So with 3 kg of gold, which is around 900,000, you can buy a house. Right? A quite good quality house at that. Okay, so imagine you are buying a house next time. Sir, how will you be making payment? Will you be applying for loan? Can I pay by gold? Damn, you see how gangster it is? I'll be paying by gold. Wow, you see? You're paying by gold. Everyone accepts gold. Right? I go dig for gold. Right? So gold is really freaking expensive. Okay. So you see, all these they're very stable one. All these people, all these ugly guys, they're very stable one. Okay, gold lah, silver lah. You see, silver because the diamond is not in the chart lah, but silver is here. You see, the two most bottom guy, they are the shortest guys, they're very ugly. So no oxygen will want them. So they're very stable. While all these, they are very unstable. Aluminum is unstable. Iron, lead, tin, calcium, silicon is not stable. Like you see, calcium is very not stable. Because calcium, you see calcium, calcium is number 3 lengthai leh. Yo, you see, sodium is like 185, calcium is like 180. Will you marry a 180 cm guy? Oh my God, yes. Right? So all girls will go crazy. Oh my God, so length, I want to marry him. That's why not stable lor. That's why calcium is very unstable. So calcium will marry oxygen and they will form something called calcium ore, calcite. Our bone has calcium, not pure calcium, okay? Okay. Realistically speaking, Xian, realistically speaking, next time when you get to choose a guy, okay? Guys, you might say, sir, what is all these names? Guys, don't memorize these names. In fact, we don't even memorize this because bauxite, the scientific name is what we call aluminium oxide. Aluminium oxide, right? This is the name that you should know. Okay, so what about this bauxite? This bauxite word is for people who don't study science, right? When you put it on a newspaper, like you see last time Kuantan, they have this thing called bauxite pollution, right? So they put it on newspaper. Oh, Kuantan bauxite pollution. People say, oh my god. And then, but if you say aluminium oxide pollution, they will be like, huh? What's that? See, the people don't understand one. Okay, because the general public is stupid. So you cannot say bauxite, you cannot say aluminium oxide, you have to say bauxite one. Okay, so you have your bauxite, aluminium ore, hematite, iron ore. This is actually iron oxide, you see? Hematite is iron oxide, cassiterite is tin oxide, quartz is silicon dioxide, bauxite is aluminium oxide, galena is lead sulfide, pyrite is iron sulfide, limestone is your calcium carbonate, right? Guys, you can ignore this part. We don't memorize this. You just need to know what is this and what elements do they have. Why got Roman numerals one? This is chemistry. Because next time, you won't be writing this, but instead, you'll be writing this. You think chemistry very fun, huh? You think chemistry very fun, isn't it? Okay, with great power comes great responsibility. Yes, like Breaking Bad, exactly. Wow, you watch Breaking Bad, huh? Okay, cool. Yes, like Breaking Bad. So this 3 is what we call their oxidation number. Guys, this is just the first chapter of chemistry. Okay, if you say, sir, I can't even understand what is this, I don't plan to know what is this, then please don't go chemistry, right? Because you'll be taken apart. I'm serious, you'll be taken apart. Okay, no, should I say this? The first chapter, you'll be taken aback. The second chapter, you'll be taken apart. You'll be disintegrated. I shit you not, right? So don't try to act cool. Wow, cause sir, I go chemistry, I will look very cool. Guys, if you suck at science, if you suck at science, if you go pure science, it doesn't automatically make you smarter. You are just stupid in a different place. Because you are already stupid in science, now you are stupid in pure science. Right? There is no point for you to score for you to score 40 in science and then you go pure science. Every subject you score 10. What's the freaking point? It doesn't make you smarter. Okay? I mean, you can tell people I take pure science. They're like, wow, you're so smart. Little did they know you fail everything. You still suck. You still suck. Right? Rude awakening. This is something I must tell. Okay, doesn't mean you go pure science, you automatically become smart one. It doesn't work that way. Okay, I'm not teaching pure science. I'm not teaching pure science. Okay, I used to teach pure science, and I see all my students suffer. Okay, that's why if you're stupid in science, how are you gonna speak pure science, isn't it? You'll be even more stupid in pure science. Okay, guys. So you need to know what is inside the element. Iron oxide inside have iron and oxygen. Self-explanatory law. Tin oxide, tin oxygen. Silicon dioxide, silicon oxygen. Aluminum oxide, aluminum oxygen. Lead sulfide, lead and sulfur. Iron sulfide, iron and sulfur. Okay, guys. This is what they will ask a lot. Please put a star here. They will ask a lot about calcium carbonate. You know why? You know why? Because Malaysia is full of it. Malaysia is full of it. What is calcium carbonate, by the way? Inside calcium carbonate, there's calcium, carbon, and oxygen. You might say, okay, sir, what is calcium carbonate? Calcium carbonate is what we call limestone. You know limestone? Have you been to Batu Cave? Have you been to Batu Cave? That whole Batu Cave is a freaking limestone. Okay, Malaysia is full of it. Ipoh is full of limestone. You know, when you go Ipoh, you see all those mountains. It looks the same as the Batu Cave, isn't it? Those are limestone. Okay, Malaysia is full of it, right? And guys, interesting fact, when you compress limestone for many million years, you will get a very expensive limestone. We call it marble. Ooh, you know what is marble? This is the thing that you put on your floor, you put on your wall, you use it as your bathtub if you're rich enough. Like you will coat your house with marble just to show your neighbor how rich you are. It also shows the thief which house to steal next time. I see your house full of marble. Oh. Wow, this fella sure very rich one. Whose house am I gonna go to? I will know lah. Okay. Hey guys, fun fact. Fun fact. Do you know what is tin ore? No, not that marble, as in the marble on the floor, not that marble. Okay, you know what is tin ore? You know what is tin ore? Guys, I say in BM, you sure know one. Ore is what we call BJ, and tin is what we call Tima. Usually, when I say these two words, it will bring back some Vietnam War flashback one. Aiyah, sir, why is sejarah here? My goodness, right? Right? Wow, Vietnam War flashback. Oh my God, sir, sejarah. Right? Right? So busy Tima. Hey, guys. As a Chinese, you must know what is Biji Tima because our ancestors came here for this, right? Your grandfather and your great grandfather, let's say great grandfather, they came here to become coolie to correct this thing, what? Right? Yeah, lah, just for tin lah. Because the British they were exploiting us for the tin one. Okay, British earn a lot of money from the tin. You're not Chinese, then what are you? Huh? Okay. Yeah, BG Dima, exactly. BG Dima. So this is what they came here for, lah. This is what they came here for. Okay. Full of history, guys. Guys, Ipoh is full of BG Dima. Taiping is full of BG Dima. We all stayed there. Our ancestors all stayed there for the BG Dima. That's why Taiping and Ipoh is full of Chinese. Because we were the coolies, we were the slave. Your great grandfather came here as slave to mine for this thing, right? So you should be grateful that you live a very good life now because your ancestors made it so. All right. So guys, please put a star here. Please put a star here. This is the last thing I want to mention today. Right. So your calcium carbonate, remember calcium carbonate? This is what we focus on. Right. Your calcium carbonate, when you add acid to it, when you heat it, you will see the same thing. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Well, that's a very good observation. Right. So when you add acid into calcium carbonate, or when you heat calcium carbonate, you are going to produce a gas, what we call carbon dioxide, right? Of course, got carbonate, got carbonate means got carbon dioxide, lor, right? So when we add acid to it, when we heat it, we will get carbon dioxide. So how do we test carbon dioxide? How do we test carbon dioxide? For who? For British lah. For the British lah. So how do we test carbon dioxide? We will use something called lime water. In BM, we call it air kapur. Guys, lime water is not limau ice. Please don't be stupid. This is not limau ice. You're not drinking lime water. You don't drink lime water. Guys, this is from cement. Do you drink cement water? No, you don't. Right, so lime water, originally, they look clear. They're like water. They're like clear water. As you boil carbon dioxide through it, it will start to turn dirty. This is what we call chalky or cloudy. Can you see? Can you see? So this is what we call keruh, cloudy. There, from colorless to cloudy, keruh. This is dirty. Okay, so this is the main thing you need to focus today, which is calcium carbonate. When you add acid, when you heat it, you will turn the lime water cloudy. Why? Because carbon dioxide is released. Yes, the one in the cave. Okay, you guys cool? You guys cool? So today is just like an intro lah, like an intro to Minecraft. Next week, we will be talking about this good looking chart. Okay, who's the best looking guy? Who's the worst looking guy? And yes, you need to memorize them all. But don't you worry, I have a way one. Okay, you think I will let you like stupid like that go and memorize this on your own, man? I have a way to memorize this. Okay, so this is just an intro. Any of you here has any question? Any of you here has any question? Any? Any? No, no, so I hope you learned something new today lah. Okay, so if there's no question, I guess I'll end my class today. So nice seeing of you, some of you here. Okay, if you're from Honey's class, and the rest of you, I will see you the same time next Thursday. Okay, so have a good one, guys. Have a good one. Good night. See you next week, and bye bye. Bye, guys. Bye bye.